And we're live.
Happy Friday. We almost forgot to actually come live, didn't we? We were talking about kitchen gadgets.
I was like, oh, it's 10:31. We've got to go.
I know, that's so funny.
Yes. Well, you know, we are women of a certain age. Timekeeping and keeping an eye on things just not really in my wheelhouse at the moment. So I'm sure nobody's going to mind, and it cuts off the first couple of minutes, the first minute or two anyway. So if it's just gone live, you don't know what we're talking about, you bang on time. But yes, every Friday. I was thinking, I might think about putting together some kind of jingle for like get us all super posh and stuff with our own little jingle. If anyone's watching and is musical and will be up for helping us create a WTF jingle with swearing, let us know. Otherwise, I'd maybe just try and get AI to help me.
Yeah, I did. I created a song for my other podcast, Good Girl Deprogramming, and I created a whole song with it's an AI tool called Suno. It's brilliant. Spent hours of time wasted, but entertaining, creative time making my song. So
I think ChatGPT, I logged in the other day and it's given me access to, I think it's Sono.
Interesting.
No, Sora.
I haven't got access to that yet. Yeah.
Have you not? Oh, you're not special.
I know. It's like I pay for everything.
Yeah, I know. Me too. It's like for making videos and stuff.
Yeah. My friend my friend a 3-armed person, which was really interesting. They had 2 arms and one other arm holding a phone. So.
Oh, okay. Was the other arm meant to represent something else?
I don't know. Absolutely no comment.
Okay, so maybe next. I'd wait. You know, not next week. Who am I kidding? It'd be about
at some point in the next 6 months.
You might come in and have a little jingle.
We have a dance. We have a dance every time. I have to choreograph. Oh God, I can't even say that word. Choreograph. That.
Yep. Yes. Or maybe we'll just give it to Emma and she can edit it in when she does our clips for us.
Yes.
Yeah, because Michelle, we have help now. Michelle has someone who takes this and creates little social media clips for us.
Only the ones that aren't too inflammatory, apparently, because...
we tried to... She uploaded one to Instagram and it removed all of the sound. Mostly me, because I swear a lot. And yes, she had to re-edit it before Instagram would let her post it. Sorry, Emma, if you're watching.
Yeah, well, you will be watching.
I'm so sorry. I'm not going to stop, but I am apologising in advance for all the editing you will have to do. TikTok's fine. TikTok don't mind. Don't mind my swearing.
Yeah.
But Instagram not much.
Instagram just need to get a grip. Cool. So
anyway,
remind everybody who we are. Who are you? Who are you, Felice?
Well, there's a big question there, isn't it, Michelle? But today, I'm
Felice.
I'm going to be a business owner. Yes, I'm Felice, founder of Loud Women, a business that exists to elevate women's voices and help them to show up confidently and to sparkle and shine in all of their wonderful glory and to dismantle the patriarchy and the things that keep women small.
I love that. So yes, I am Michelle. I am a psychologist, coach and author of the book Good Girl Deprogramming. So effectively do pretty much the same. same, but slightly different with Felice.
With a little bit more psychology and actual qualifications behind her.
Well, and much less marketing. So yes, the plan is at some point in the future to actually work together on some stuff. So
hell yeah. Yes. Well, we already are.
Yes,
WTF.
we are. On more things.
And more things, yes. So this podcast, we've been doing this now for quite a few months now, 5 or 6 months, I think. Yeah. And the idea came about because Michelle and I, we met a good few months ago now, but maybe like a year ago, and obviously instantly connected. And we would share things that we'd seen across the internet with each other in the DMs. And whenever we met up to talk, we would get into them and
run.
And we thought, why don't we turn this into a podcast? We share with all of you lovely people the depths of hell that we find on the internet every week, and give everyone just a little bit of cathartic rage bait. So that's what WTF, Women Talking Facts, is all about. A couple of months in, we also added a new category, which is the Fuck Around and Find Out, where we show clips or stories of people who got their comeuppance from shitty behaviour, just to balance it out, because we were worried that we were sending everybody off thoroughly depressed from the podcast. So the format is we have 6 examples, 3 that we've picked each, that we will discuss and then rate out of, it's supposed to be out of 5, but you'll see, if this is your first time, you'll see how the rating goes. And then at the end, we crown one Cretin of the week.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Oh, and if you want to, feel free, obviously you've got the banner at the bottom, feel free to chuck in your comments and let us know what you think about some of the examples that we're sharing. And we also encourage you to send us any examples that you see, because we obviously see a lot, but we don't see everything.
All of it.
So yeah. So if you want to get involved.
We have to choose, don't we? We have to, like, literally, we have so many.
This week.
Oh yeah, obviously after International Women's Day, of course.
Do you know what? It's not even. Yeah, and it's not even in the list.
It's not, is it?
No. Yeah. And I've got 4 just in case we have time, because I just could not decide. I wanted to talk about all of them. And yeah, International Women's Day, not even in the list. But then you and I have both made posts about it. So if you want to know our thoughts on International Women's Day, scroll back through our LinkedIn this week. It's been quite a week. Yeah. Yeah. The man babies have been triggered. Oh.
Yep. 19th of November, if you're wondering.
Yes.
Anyway, so what's number 1?
Well, as tradition is that you pick number 1, Michelle. So which one of your cretins would you like to pop up first?
Well, I think we start slightly ridiculous and hilarious with the spinning thing. I was like,
okay, yeah,
what is this?
There's no words. We're just going to play the video.
Designed to help women give birth easily, and it's based on a patent filed in 1963. First, the pregnant woman is strapped onto the table, lying on her back. When labor begins, the table spins at a calculated speed, theoretically using centrifugal force to assist in delivering the baby. The table's speed can reach up to 8G, which is equivalent to forces experienced by pilots during high-speed maneuvers in fighter jets. The speed of rotation is adjusted dynamically depending on the mother's progress and the baby's position. This force is intended to assist the uterus in pushing the baby out naturally by supplementing the mother's own efforts. At the base of the rotating table, a soft cushioned receptacle or net is installed to catch the baby safely once it is expelled. The receptacle is designed to absorb the impact and gently cradle the newborn, preventing any injuries. The system features a bell that signals when the baby has been delivered, especially in case medical personnel are momentarily distracted. Once the baby is delivered, the table is stopped and the mother is unstrapped. The newborn is immediately taken for standard post-delivery medical checks. The apparatus includes a manual and automatic stop function to halt the rotation immediately if complications occur. The system limits the maximum rotation speed to avoid excessive forces that could harm the mother or the baby. The concept was developed by George and Charlotte Blonsky, a childless husband and wife duo with no medical background. George Blonsky, a mining engineer, and his wife were inspired during a visit to a zoo, where they observed an elephant giving birth. They noticed the elephant moved in a circular, almost spinning motion before delivering its calf.
At 8 Gs,
This
clearly.
behavior intrigued them and sparked the idea that centrifugal force could assist childbirth. Although the U.S. government awarded them a patent in 1965, their invention remained a theoretical concept.
I just this.
I don't know whether I'm like, I think this is hilarious or horrifying. I'm just like, I don't know.
I just assumed it wasn't real at first, and then obviously I looked into it, and this is an actual patent. Like I said, they haven't actually built it, but HE man, that's pretty. I mean, I got a little bit queasy just watching the table spin. Like, can you imagine being on it, especially with all of the hormones and the
Rage.
like, and just imagine the bodily fluids being sprayed around the room. Like,
Yes.
Unfortunately, most women do poop as well while they're giving birth.
Well, maybe
And
not if they go on the circly circle thing, go round
maybe
and round
they're
it, right?
Imagine that's in the net first, and then the baby. It's
like the baby
Charlie's
wouldn't have like a
horrifying,
broken neck and like
I
hitting off
just-
a bell, like really.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then on a darker side, I started to think, like there was the story of the woman who were found imprisoned and being harvested for their eggs. I thought this is like then the next stage of like mass-produced babies, is then all the women get strapped to these tables to give birth. But oh Jesus,
I think everybody would die in this scenario. Just to let you know, everybody would absolutely die.
Yeah, and just the trauma, and also it's like how the table's spinning. Where are all the doctors and stuff like standing at the back of the room?
It'd be like an episode of Dexter.
Yeah, and then you couldn't slow it. You'd have to wait and like slow it down. You couldn't just like stop it dead.
It's like baby parts everywhere. No, this is a no on the behalf of all women everywhere.
Yeah,
No, thank you. Just don't.
all women and all babies.
Yes, exactly.
It's funny. Sorry,
no, go on.
I was going to say the person who shared the video, the post that you sent me, said like the caption was like, maybe we do need more women in tech. And then I was like, but this was a man and a woman, like a woman actually. But as soon as they said they were childless, I was like, oh yeah, that figures.
Yeah, childless, non-medical, like just randos. I think this would be a great idea. I'm going to spend thousands of dollars making a patent out of it.
Yeah, I would love to see more videos like this of people finding these kind of patents, like things that were never built, but things that ideas that people have registered. I want to see more of these videos and see what other crazy ideas.
Random ones, send them our way.
Yeah. Yes, this really. Yeah, I was equally horrified and amused at the same time.
Yes. Yes. So somebody asked last week if we, why we haven't had a number one, and I think this is our first number one. Is this the number one? 1 out of 5 Cretin rating?
Yeah, because it's far too entertaining. Yes. So spinning baby table.
You have to be careful. You go get that registered trademark.
Oh, yeah. So I actually don't know what they've called it.
No, I know.
Yeah, spinning table of death.
And destruction and bodily fluids.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's first number one. I think that was Willow, actually. Willow.
Yes.
I don't think she's joined. I don't think she's joined today. She asked us last week if we've ever given a number one.
So just for you, Willow.
A 1 out of 5. We've got a 1 out of 5 for you, Willow. Yes, we hope that entertained all of you as just entertained us.
It's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yes. Okay, now we take the tone down a little bit.
Yeah.
And which one am I going to pick first? Trump and his disinformation. Last week it was transgender mice. Willow is here. Hi, Willow.
Hi.
Yeah, last week it was transgender mice. He said that they were investing $8 million into making mice transgender. They weren't. Transgenic mice, which were genetically altered so that they could test cancer treatments and Alzheimer's.
I had to Google. I had no idea what they were, but yes.
Yeah. And so this week, he serves up this little dose of transphobia.
Posing as a woman, competed in the 800-mile Arizona trail race, a very big deal in cycling, and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it, huh?
There it is again, that same claim he made during the State of the Union. State of the Union, he gave no details. He didn't say where it happened or who it happened to, but here he is, right? Arizona, 800-mile race where a trans woman beat the other women by 5.5 hours. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? No, it doesn't, actually. He's talked about this before. And when that happened, the transgender woman he was speaking about realized he was speaking about her and addressed it. See, there's this bike packing event that happens in Arizona. Bike packing is where part of the event you ride your bike, other parts of the event you have to carry it on your back like a backpack. And it is 800 miles long. It takes over 8 days to complete. And yes, she completed that and set a new record of just over 5 hours past the previous record. Only here's the thing. That is a co-ed event that does not recognize a distinction between genders. So she wasn't beating the women's record, she was beating the overall record. She set the record that had been held by a man, who had broken the record that was previously held by a woman. Later last year, a Lithuanian male cyclist broke the record again. The Arizona trail race is not segregated by gender, so singling out Killips as an example of a trans woman athlete who is hurting cisgender women is nonsensical. Furthermore, when she addressed this and called them out for their bullshit trying to blame trans women, instead of saying something about like, you need to support trans women, you need to support trans athletes, she used it as an opportunity to say, why don't you try supporting women's sports? Why don't you try passing legislation for women's sports, giving funding to women's sports? She used her opportunity where she was being used as a scapegoat and a pawn in a bullshit story to not advocate for herself so much as all women athletes.
But of course, one of these is the same old story. He talks about it. Everyone's up in arms. The truth comes out. Nobody gives a shit. They're still...
That's exactly what it is. It's like,
yeah.
It's like, it's the emperor's new clothes.
Yeah. It's just like once it's, the horse has bolted, there's nothing you can do to get it back in the stables. So yeah, people are still talking about it and using it as a, trans women shouldn't be in women's sports. But like she said, if you cared about women's sports, you'd invest in it and you'd support it. You don't only care about women's sports when you can talk about trans women in women's sports. The rest of the time, you couldn't give a flying fuck.
No, well, they've deleted everything to do with women off all the websites, so yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And introduce the death penalty in certain states for women who get abortions. I mean, yeah, they really care about women. Like, they're so keen to protect women. No. So keen that they elected somebody who has been found liable for sexual assault. That's how much they care about women.
Mm-hmm.
Put one in bloody office. Anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole again. We found that drop too many times.
Yeah. I think we're just going to spend the next sort of 4-10 until he leaves this mortal coil having this conversation.
Yeah.
Mortal coil or whatever the word is. Yeah.
Mortal coil, yeah. So Trump being a transphobe. Oh, it's not the worst thing we've seen this week. I'm going to give him a 2. Just because I was
thinking 2.5, but 2's fine.
Yeah, because I think her response was chef's kiss. Yeah, there was a big old fuck you. Cool. All right. So what's next?
Right.
Where are we going next, Michelle? We have so many choices. Hideous, cretinous men.
Well, I think Wes Streeting's masturbating aid might be fun to look at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one.
So, West Reading's former assistant was caught publicly masturbating in front of a woman and her 13-year-old daughter. It's not good. It's not cool.
There's just a lot of it going about.
It's like we had masturbating policemen last week. It's like, what's with the masturbating? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they have homes and cars they can do this in like normal people?
No. So, yes, this guy is currently a counsellor. Oh, I can't remember the council. He's a counsellor-ing. And even though he's been done for this, they can't compel him to resign.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
What? This guy who has power. Go on, what are you saying?
Yeah, I actually didn't realise this until a few weeks ago. The other fella he's just been in prison for like 10 days or something for punching someone. They don't immediately have to resign.
It's like, why is this not gross misconduct in a public office?
What? Yeah, if that was you or I in our jobs, we absolutely would have been sacked. And this is what we said last week. Why are they not held to higher standards of behaviour?
Yeah.
And why do they not immediately lose their job? I don't understand this. I don't understand why this isn't something that gets you fired.
No.
It's not like it's a little mild thing either. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, 13-year-old girl. Yeah, not good.
In an age where they're talking about protecting women. Where's the hard line? Where's the hard line on this stuff?
At least Wes has said he has to stand down now, so
yeah.
I roll. And this is one of the offending behaviour that doesn't come out of anywhere, like doesn't come out of nowhere, and it will get worse. Upskirting, that low-level stuff is a pathway to a gateway drug, let's face it, to more and more outrageous stuff because it loses its thrill.
Yeah, a fella doesn't just like behave perfectly and then one day decide to go outside and wank in front of people. Like this is like you say, this is an escalation of behaviour that's already happening that we haven't seen, and it's probably going to get worse.
Yeah.
But please, yes, let him keep his job. No. In the one of the highest forms of office in our country. Absolutely, that's a great idea.
No. So
yeah. 3.
Yeah. It shows you how bad other things are if we were giving him a 3, but yes.
I feel like this week has just been
a lot.
It's been a fucking week. Yeah.
I think there's a subconscious backlash against International Women's Day. I think it happens every year.
It's because people are seeing lots more posts talking about women and they don't like it. They're fucking women all the time. It just really triggers their sense of entitlement, then their need to tear us down. Yeah, because they've been showing up in my comments all week.
Yeah, I only had one, but he was prolific, so there's now a gang of us that he targeted. So I made some loads of new friends. So thank you.
This is the thing. Any woman, I did that there with that Niarki guy. Niarki, I think his name was. That was posting on everyone's.
He was my dude. Who was a catalyst for bonding with so many women. So thank you for your
because literally going through. I went to his profile and looked at all of his comments. And I was like, oh, that's a good woman. I want to match with her. It's like anywhere he was showing up was somebody talking about International Women's Day and equality. So I was like, yep, let's be friends.
Absolutely. I did similar.
Yeah. Yeah. And we all had a little chat about it in our women's group chat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we did. Ugh. Anyway, actually, I think I made a post about him.
So did I.
Me, went you? I've done 2 of those this week, actually. There was him, and then there was the other guy, Carl, yesterday. So I had 2 name and shame posts this week. Well, International Women's Day.
You're not taking it. I love it.
Nope. Oh, okay. This one.
A woman crossed the road slow down, go the other direction.
Hang on.
If you're walking late at night behind a woman, cross the road, slow down, go the other direction, wait. Do not walk behind her, bro. I just watched the guy do it. I'm walking behind him. I'm watching him walk really close to this woman ahead of me, and then he didn't slip. Bruv, just stand back. Relax, bro. You're not in a rush to get anywhere. Just chill. Please, let's be considerate. All right, love you, bye.
Lovely video. Good man, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let me read you some of the
Oh
comments.
God! I was like, "What's wrong with that?" I was thinking, "Yeah, good, you
I
know,
know.
excellent.
I
He's
feel like
aware. He's socially aware. Great." And I was like, "Oh no, what happens next?"
Yeah.
It's like
That was a
kicking.
real, like, I'm going to suck you in and
I
then clobber you
know.
around the head. Yes.
It's like almost
And
like
then-
is the next video him kicking puppies into a canal? I don't know. It's like, I think
Yeah,
he's a good
it's like
guy.
a-
Let's-
Yes, no, he was, well, I mean, from this video, I didn't do a deep dive. He might not be, he might just be performative feminist. Okay. So
This is trying.
John with a big angry face in his profile thing says, I don't care if I'm walking, she can change paths. She's not better than me. I'm no threat to no woman or anyone else, but I'm responsible for me and what I do, but I'm not responsible for a woman's insecurities. I'm a free citizen. I will not walk on eggshells and go out of my way for whatever someone might think. Nah, these strong, independent women can take care of themselves. I'm not putting myself out just to be abused. And then the final one, this is just the ones I picked out. I understand being considerate and all that. I'd probably slow down too if I was walking behind a woman. But if she's so worried, why can't she cross the road? Why have I got to inconvenience myself? And it's just full. Those, I mean, it literally took me about 30 seconds to pull those out. Comment section's full of men going, what the fuck should I? Fuck those bitches. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks.
You know, when it was last year, wasn't it, when somebody posted the question whether you would rather be stuck in the forest with a man or a bear?
Oh,
Any
yeah.
random man or a bear. It's like,
Yeah.
you just
And women chose the bear.
Women chose the bear and they were outraged.
Mm.
I was like, but they show us every day why we should choose a bear.
Yeah.
And clearly it's not all men. Clearly there are good men. There are probably more good men than bad men, but you know, it's like that Revels. If you had a box of like Maltesers and one of them was a little ball of poo, would you go anywhere near that box of Maltesers and risk it? You wouldn't, would you?
No. But at the same, do you know what? I'm actually going to stop even giving this fucking caveat of, I know it's not all men and I know some men are good men. Like, I'm done with that. I'm done with it. Like, of course there are. We don't have to keep saying it. And the men that we're saying it for they're not all men, the ones that are triggered. And they're fucking bullshit anyway. They're going to say anything they can think of. So, you know what? I'm going to just start saying it is all men. It is. It's all of them. They think I'm saying that anyway. I might as well just say it. But I think but these same men that would be like, I don't want to be tarred with the same brush, and it's not all men, are the same men that will say to a woman, well, if you got attacked,
It's your own fault.
It's your own fault. What were you wearing? You shouldn't have gone there alone with a man. You know what might happen. You know, it's the same men that will tell women that men are dangerous, and so we need to take precautions all the time in order to avoid being attacked. Yeah. And then they go, not all men. It's all men when it's your girlfriend or your daughter, though, or your sister, isn't it? I know how men think. Like, you should be hanging out with men. They just don't want it to be them. They don't want to include themselves.
There was a really interesting
in that group.
There was a study I saw this week. I need to find it and like share it. It basically says your interest as a male leader, your interest in equality for women increases massively if you become a father to a daughter.
Oh, shocker.
I was just like, all right, okay. You know, it's like, oh, it actually now impacts you and your possession of your daughter.
Someone actually spent time researching that to come up with that conclusion.
Yep. I was like, oh, no shit, Sherlock. But yes, I'll share it.
Yeah. Well, the way my jaw stayed in place.
I love it.
Okay. Just told women exactly what they already knew, but thanks for that.
That might have been like 4 years of somebody's life, you know.
Yeah, it probably was. They probably got a grant for that as well.
Yeah, not
they
anymore.
Probably got a grant for that.
If you're American.
And then when they got to the end of the study and they're putting the results together and they found that conclusion, they probably went around telling everyone how excited they were that they found. You'll never guess what. And all the women went, yeah, we fucking know. Why do you think we all say she could be someone's daughter or sister? Because men only give a fuck if it's a woman that they know or own or benefit from. Anyway,
I can keep myself warm. I can power my house on your outrageous rage.
You know what? It's been a fucking week. So at this point, I am going to apologise to Emma as she watches through this, because there's going to be very little that's actually useful in this.
You can do the spinny thing. There we go.
Yeah, just you might have to write this one off, Emma. You're not going to be able to make any Instagram safe clips out of this.
Yeah, just fling it on TikTok. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. I'm so done. Yes, outraged is my permanent state at the moment.
Hang on.
Oh, is that a man knocking on the door?
You're literally live on LinkedIn.
Hi, Oliver.
Okay, cool. Thanks. You do. Bye.
I was like, is that man interrupting?
Yes, it is men interrupting. No, that's my baby.
I know. Sorry, that he's allowed.
Yes.
Okay,
the poor kid, he can't watch it. We literally, if we're watching a movie and there's something like dodgy happening, I will pause the movie and lecture him on consent. So yes,
yeah, I know. We've ruined it for our children. But at least they're grown up to be decent human beings.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. Okay, so men not giving a crap about women's safety. What are we going to give that a rating out of 5 for? Oh, do you know what? We've stuck to our. Well, it's early days. We've stuck to our 5 rating. The day is young.
Well, yeah.
I'll give it a 2 because it's just boring and predictable.
Boring. Yep.
All right. Which one would you like to go next?
So I've only got one left, haven't I? The Durham University chap. Yeah, I didn't say any more. So this hit my inbox from one of our local in the Northeast papers, and used his position to rape women. So, and again, these are the 2 women that came forward. I never believe that this is the first time that this behavior happens. There's always more. So I'm sorry for the women who this happened to, and those other that his problematic behavior. But interestingly, he raised a lot of money, and he's very religious and pious, and the it's like, ugh.
I'll just get his ugly face off the screen.
Thank you.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how it just there seems to be a lot of religious men. A lot of religious men.
Oh, the race as well. I could have put like 2 different pastors this week into this as well.
Yeah, church leaders.
Yeah.
Fundamentalist Christian Republicans. Like, there's a lot of it going about. I mean, fucking Church of England and priests and stuff. But it's the drag queens that we need to worry about. Yes. Drag queens and trans. That's who we need to worry about, not these Christian men. Oh, no. No.
So, yes, I was just like...
I just can't even... Yeah. As a parent as well, like sending your kid off to university, but you worry about boys their own age. You worry about that stuff going on. It's the first time they've lived away from home. First time. Yeah. And you expect that the university staff will do whatever they can to keep your kids safe. And the fact that this was just abused you completely abused his position of trust, and and now forever altered these women's lives, and
probably more that we don't know about. But yes,
if
a woman, for everybody who missed the point, if a woman is asleep, they can't consent. We had a chat this morning about that.
Shouldn't need saying.
But just in case, for avoidance of any doubt, if she's not enthusiastically going, yes, I want this, she's not consenting.
No.
Yes.
We've seen
he's in jail. He's in jail for 14 years, Charlie. So it's bad.
Yeah. And that's good. That's a proper sentence.
Yeah.
It's a proper sentence for 2 women that he sexually assaulted. That to me, I'm going to be nice if he got more, but none of this fucking 2-year suspended sentence. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, he's out of job and he's in jail, which is nice.
Okay.
So he's a fool.
So, do you know what? I'm going to, because we're short on time, because I've been swearing and talking too much. I'm just going to add that to this one.
Mhm.
Security guard in a school
Mhm.
in the US was caught with more than 400 videos that he'd recorded secretly of girls changing in the girls' locker room. Also now in prison.
Good.
So, yeah. And it turns out the school were aware of it and sacked him. And then it came out afterwards. He was arrested for something else. And that's when they found all of these videos. So they didn't report him at the time. So let's say men.
Rapists. 11 billion.
I was just going to leave it at men. No, sorry, fellas.
I think we are radicalized. I think that's what it is.
Ugh. I am today. Like maybe tomorrow I'll feel a bit better, but today I'm just furious. So Durham Universe and just men who abuse their positions
of power.
Yeah, it's just fucking gross.
Mm-hmm.
What are we giving them? 5,
11 billion, whichever.
11 yeah. Okay. What do we go to? This one. I don't know if you've seen this one doing the rounds. This fucked me off. I'm not. This is the woman has made a video about this, so she says everything that I want to say, and then we can talk about it.
I was to see this post come up on my Instagram feed this evening. The whole messaging behind it is questionable. The tagline, "Not for the girls," has the potential to be really...
Just to clarify, this is a poster advertising a rugby game from a local rugby club. So they put this poster out advertising the game that was coming up, and in massive letters it said, "Not for girls."
Damaging. Those that don't know, this post was advertising a men's rugby match which was happening. The main marketing tactic was to brand it as "not for girls." Let me just read you a bit of this caption so you can get some flavour. "It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the half-committed. This one is definitely not for girls." What? First of all, it's 2025 and this looks like it's come from the dark ages. Second of all, if this was some sort of ironic joke, it's not funny. And if we get the classic post tomorrow like, "Oh, it was made to be shareable, we wanted it to go viral."
That's exactly what they did the next day in their apology video. It said all of those things.
That's a poor excuse for it going wrong. Third, I would like to know how this was green-lighted. And fourth, I want to know what the marketing purpose of this was. Because if your whole marketing tactic here revolves around slagging off young girls, and by default women, then alienating 50% of your population.
I was at Twickenham a couple of weeks ago, so yeah. I like rugby.
It's not for girls, though, Michelle. And also, when we live,
it is for girls.
Breathing the same air as Iona. What's her? I never know how to pronounce her surname. Iona, the rugby player that came over and joined the UK women's team. What's her surname? If anyone, I'll have to look it up. She's a fucking goddess. She's a fucking goddess, and she beat the asses of all of these men put together.
Is it Mayer? Maher?
Yeah. Is it Mayer or Mar? Yeah. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce her surname. But yeah, Iona, she is just a fucking queen. And how dare they? How very fucking dare. Also, the caption, like, "Not for the faint-hearted, not for the non-committed." Have you met women? What?
Well, women are expected to go on that swirly thing and, like, let babies fly out of their parts. So, you know, if you talk about faint-hearted,
you can't have it both ways. No. Either they can withstand 8G fucking G-force on a spinning table to give birth, you know, or they're faint-hearted. Come on, guys. Men really need to get together and agree what women can and can't
no, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah. But yeah, they did the half-assed apology thing. you know, they were just like trying to have a little bit of fun and stuff. It's like, no, you were trying to appeal to misogynistic men because you thought that was your audience. Also, maybe it would have worked in football.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
rugby's known for being very inclusive. Yeah, it's not football. Not football. Yeah. So, and they're all over the news. Like if you Google them, like look, all the major news outlets have covered it. It's just, and even the rugby fans from that town and from that team were just like, that's disgusting. So it didn't even land with the target audience.
It's like, who is doing their marketing? Felice, maybe. No, it's not your bag. But it's like somebody needs to be sacked at that place.
Yeah, somebody needs to have a word. It's obviously misogynistic men. It's just, you know, it just smacks of that, like they're down the pub, they've had a few pints, go, oh no, this would be funny, this will piss the women off. You know, grunting with their like knuckles dragging on the floor. Yeah, just make a good impression. Yeah, dickheads. So rugby bros.
Well, it's not even because rugby isn't full of bros. This is the thing. So
shit marketing.
Shit marketing. Here we go.
I mean, that can go in the bin every single day of the week. Shit marketing. I think I'm gonna give that one a 2 because it wasn't really that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Durham University one today then.
Yeah, Durham University.
Not actually the university, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Men in power.
Well, but also like how you know, did the university have any idea? You know, how could this be going on with nobody knowing? Did someone suspect and do nothing? There's more to this story. But yes, men who abuse their positions of power to assault children and young women. All right, so that is crowned Cretin of the week. Well done, guys. Made it onto the shit list.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a breath, reset, change up the energy. Now it's time for fuck around and find out. We definitely need a jingle, otherwise it's just going to be me making that noise every week.
It's funny. I enjoy it, so I'm sure that our listeners watchers do.
How to find out. All right, cool. Which one are we going to do first?
Well, they're both yours. We're going to pretend one's mine because I find all of the bad stuff and I never find any of the good stuff. So my algorithms clearly don't show me the good stuff. I just get the bad stuff. So let's
see. We're going to watch Pearl having her ass handed to her, which is just one of my favorite things. And yes, I protect all women. I don't support all women. But this one in particular, I'm making exception.
Because you can't keep up with what I'm saying.
Sometimes I think you talk in circles.
Because you can't keep up with what I'm saying. So it just seems like...
Not necessarily. The reason I say that is because I think you do that to evade questions.
I know. It seems like you don't really like complicated thoughts.
If you're so smart, you should be able to answer simple questions.
You want a simple answer to a complex problem, and that's not how the world works. You have to recognize the way that these statistics are gathered and the confounding factors that impact these statistics. Do you know what a confounding factor is?
Tell me.
So no.
Go ahead. Tell me.
Okay. So a confounding factor are things that could be contributing to a statistic beyond what you recognized within the statistic.
They said tomorrow, hey, you get the final decision. Are they allowed or are they not allowed?
I think that if you want to turn something nuanced into black and white, you're going to run into problems and you're going to automatically come to the wrong conclusion. When you see a complex topic as simple, it does not make that topic simple. It makes you simple-minded.
Yeah.
Love that.
Pearl, who's the daughter of a million/billionaire, has made it her life's mission to tear women down. So for those who don't know who Pearl is,
don't go looking for her as well. She's hideous. She's
internalized misogyny is like amongst them. Let's just say that.
Yeah, they still haven't picked her though, have they? Not picked her yet. She's still not married, and actually, by her own standards, she's she's over the hill and on the heap because she thinks that women should be barefoot and pregnant in kitchens.
So,
yeah, she thinks women shouldn't vote. They shouldn't be on podcasts. They shouldn't have opinions. They should let their man lead. So even by all of her own standards and metrics that she judges other women by, she is one of us and not one of them. So yes, I do like it, but she does every now and then she gets her ass handed to her by somebody who has an ounce of intelligence, because she doesn't normally talk to those people. She likes to just pick randomers off the street and eviscerate them with well-rehearsed, insane arguments. Yeah. But this woman, I've seen a few clips of that interview, and she just wiped the floor with her. And then finally,
terrible news for Elon Musk. In the past 24 hours, Elon Musk lost more than $16 billion, billion with a B. Yesterday, Tesla stock sales declined by about 15%. That marked more than 40% decline in just 2025. And as a result, Musk lost $16 billion in total worth, essentially. It's been a very tough week for Elon Musk. The SpaceX shuttle test flight this week exploded. Tesla sales around the globe have crippled, 76% down, 76% in Germany and elsewhere. In addition, during a cabinet meeting, Donald Trump limited Elon Musk's ability to essentially fire employees at federal agencies in front of cabinet secretaries. Tesla shares are obviously down. Tesla boycotts are growing. Twitter had a massive cyber attack. So all bad news for Musk right now. I'll do a full breakdown of this and more on my Substack.
I love this. So this guy, I follow him, and he does, like, he basically just monitors all of the decisions and updates and stuff, and he reports them, and he's normally so deadpan. Like he tries to be like as objective as possible. Yeah. But he's like, breaking news, and he's like, yeah, just stay neutral, and he never puts any kind of inflection in it or opinion. He just states the facts, and I love the fact that during this he was trying really hard not to smile and not to laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Elon Musk's not doing too hard. Did you see the
car showroom? That is the White House. Oh, it was so cringe. It was so cringe.
Plugging Teslas out the front of the White House.
I'm not allowed to drive, but I'm going to get one and let everybody else drive it.
It's just insanity.
It did actually bump the share price up a little tiny bit, but it's still it's currently 36.5% down from the start of the year. So
yeah,
it's working.
Taking
all the posters that have been posted all around London as well. Yeah,
love it. And of course, they're talking about trying to make it. They're trying to call it domestic terrorism. The attacks on Tesla.
Yeah,
I'm like, what? Yeah, women getting assaulted at a rate of, that's gone up like 30% That's it's national emergency here.
Yeah,
that's not domestic terrorism, but attacks on a business that
give me a break.
Far right. Yeah, that's domestic terrorism. Talk about looking after all your buddies. So yeah, he's been on fire this week. But yes, it just warmed my cold, dead feminist heart just a little bit to know that Elon Musk is a few $1 billion lighter. So that takes us to the end of WTF, Women Talking Facts.
See, I feel like lighter now we've had these conversations. I think.
Me too. Yeah, it actually feels slightly less ragey now.
Mm-hmm. Until probably about an hour when I send you my first one that I found.
We always say this, don't we? On Fridays we do this, and then we seem to log off, and then something really horrendous drops into our inboxes. We go, oh, okay, that's on next week's then. But yes, obviously the week has been a mix of highs for women and lows, because we've had International Women's Day, which also then dragged all of the Neanderthals out.
I was thinking the Neanderthals, like trolls, dickheads.
Yeah, dragged them out from under the bridge they were living under. But yeah, okay, cool. And thanks everyone for your engagement and for watching and all your comments. And yeah, maybe you'll see some of these clips out in the wild in social media.
If we're allowed.
If Emma can get around all my swearing. But yeah, So till next week, we're back every week, same time, 10:30, always live on LinkedIn. And obviously, if you go and follow Michelle, Good Girl Deprogramming, or the Loud Women Club on Instagram. You'll also get to see the clips from this as well. And at some point, I will upload the last few weeks onto YouTube.
It's a lot of work, though, isn't it? It's a lot of work. You're busy
It
making
is
money.
a lot of work. I know.
Moving house.
I know. I need to get it on my to-do list and actually do it. I actually can't remember the last one that we uploaded. And the thing is, though, because it's current news, if I don't upload it quickly, it's kind of not much point then. Yeah. That was weeks ago. No one gives a shit about that.
No, the world has moved on.
Yeah. Yes. But you know what? We have the logo. We're recording it now. We're not always recording it. We have Emma. So I feel like, we've...
It feels professional-ish.
Yeah. Don't have to do it all at once. Baby steps. Brilliant. Cool. Well, we'll hopefully see some of you next week.
Yep.
And thanks again for all the support and love and interaction. And we hope you have a good day and we haven't just ruined your entire Friday.
Yep. Deep breaths. Everything's okay.
Yes. All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.